Well, good afternoon. This afternoon at Tradies Hockey Park at Sylvania for this round 11 clash between Moorebank, Liverpool and Sutherland. A traditional rivalry between these two clubs, and they're playing games in second and first grade this afternoon. So this is Craig Turner with Luke Domro and his team bringing this game to you this afternoon, and we're looking forward to an epic clash over the next few hours. So let's have a look at the teams that come into this competition. So in terms of standing on the table, let's look where they sit there. So Sutherland sit in second position, so they've going well in the second grade competition after 8 games. They've had 6 wins, no draws and 2 losses to be on 18 points and a goal difference of 12. And for Moorebank, they sit in 5th position. They've played 1 extra game. They managed to avoid a washout, unlike the rest of Sydney hockey a couple of weeks ago. So they've got 9 games, 5 wins and 4 losses for them. The standout feature of their results is a goal difference of 23. So they've certainly been effective in front of goal. 37 goals they've scored this year, 14 against, and they're on 15 points. So just 3 points behind Sutherland on the table, and so a result here is critically important for both teams. Last week Sutherland had a 3-1 win over Sydney University, and Moorebank lost by the same margin, 3-1 to Northwest Sydney. If we look at the playing list, starting with Moorebank, Tom David in goals, at least on the list I've got. Ed Hunt in 9, Cody Kirk 15, Sam McGregor 17, Christian Roberts 19, Chris Whitehall 21, Nigel Croak 23, Stephen Agnew 24, Robert Green in 25, Nathan Daniel 26, Matt Bannerman 27, Darcy Ryder 28, Nate Fields in 30, Zayden Brooks in 31, and Nathan Julius in 41. There may be a couple of adjustments to that list, just looking at a match card here, but not too many. So I think we've got that mostly right. Nate Fields doesn't seem to be on the list this afternoon. So Sutherland, Dan Bryant in goals, Zach McGregor in 7, Hayden Neal 8, Riley Lloyd in 10. Matt Vine, I think, is missing this afternoon. Ollie Bollard in 285, Matt Thompson 289, Jeremy Guire in 322, Isaac Olsen 331, Blake Sharp in 332, Toby Jennings 339, Wade Tonner 350, and Mason Neal 356. Coaches Grant Hollyman. So those teams out on the pitch, and we're seconds away from a start. Sutherland in the blue, running left to right on your screen. Lachlan Walsh and Robbie Sutton umpiring this afternoon. And we're away. Robbie Green with that ball from the back, but not controlled, and Sutherland get it from the sideline. Good attack there by Moorebank. Steve Agnew chasing after that. Riley Lloyd with the ball there. After a good tackle from McGregor. Gets it out to Olsen. But, under pressure, couldn't keep it on the ground. I think little ball onto the feet there. So Robbie Green gets it away. Jennings to Thompson. Oh, good little feint there. Finds Ollie Bollard on the back line. Straight to Mason Neal, and an excellent shot. He just had a little look there, saw where the goalkeeper's line, and a really well executed shot there from Mason Neal. He had a bit of time and space, and he took full advantage, put that ball right into the corner, giving Tom David no chance there. So first goal on the board to Sutherland. Bollard again carrying the ball deep into the attack, into the D. Nice little tackle there from Christian Roberts. Quite clean, no stick contact. Lloyd, McGregor. Ball in. Had Mason Neal on the back line there. Would have loved to have had a trap there. But there was a little deflection off a Moorebank stick in front of him. So Maguire with the ball back to Tonner. Jennings working hard for it, retains the possession, back to Tonner, and he sends it left. McGregor. Maguire again out left. Doesn't make the trap, so Moorebank able to relieve on the right sideline. Strong overhead there down the right sideline, but Maguire able to get onto the end of it. Now with Olsen. And just a little bit much shoulder there. Jennings has missed that trap. Agnew with the ball now. Has a shot, and Bryant equal to it. Straight back to Jennings, and a good clearance there from Maguire. High and handsome down the middle of the field. So ball into the D, and once it was lifted, it was really always going to be a penalty corner off the Sutherland stick. So first penalty corner of the game to Moorebank. Ball comes to the right battery. Robbie Green into the circle. And McGregor able to defend his feet. Just deflects the ball over the back line. Oh, good tackle there from Jennings. It was on Ed Hunt. So McGregor able to relieve. He's got quite a habit of throwing the long overhead from that position, and he takes that option again, but this time it doesn't get past Christian Roberts. So Moorebank back on the attack. Good ball in there from Bannerman. Moorebank again. Oh, Bryant's got to get this one clear. And good pressure there from Moorebank on the D. Not quite measured the way they went into the D. Tried to pass the ball into a Moorebank stick. Put some real pressure on Sutherland. Now Bollard down the sideline looking for Thompson up high. just wasn't able to reach that one. Darcy Ryder sends that across to Green, and he sends it back. Good ball through the centre line there. Dwyer able to intercept, but his pass not a good one. Ball out left to Jennings. Goes down the sideline, finds Olsen. I think that one, yep, that was just over the line. Ryder, ball down the left, looking for Cooper Holmes. He retains the possession, gets it infield. Nigel Croak with the ball into the D. Stick check on him, so free hit just outside the circle. Goes to Holmes. Tries to spin in field. And success through Ed Hunt there. Got the ball just outside the penalty spot in the end. Little miss there, and the ball trickled in under. Just that late change of direction in under Bryant, and all he could do was watch despairingly as it trickled into the goal, and Moorebank get back on level terms. Lloyd carrying it forward. Evades two, trying to get the ball to Neil. Green with a long pass, but only to Tonner. Neil. Jennings now on the right. Goes infield to Olsen. He'll look right to Bollard. And to Thompson. It's a good pattern from Sutherland. They're getting the ball out wide and then rapidly penetrating down the sideline. Bollard back to Jennings. Finds Tonner. And Sutherland come back right. Thompson out wide. Slightly challenging pass there to pick up from Tonner. But McGregor through to Sharp, and he would have liked to trap that one on the top of the D. Good pass, good quick pass through from McGregor there. Found Sharp unmarked, just couldn't make the trap. Tully Johnson there on the left. Lloyd, back to Jennings. Agnew now, he's dangerous. Bryant forced to come and did a good job in blocking that one. Got to it quickly, cut down the angle. That's a good tackle very clean tackle from Agnew. Ball into the D, but McGregor able to mop up. Sharp, super pass to Neil. Got Olsen out to his left. Lost the advantage there with the mistrap. Able to get the ball back into Sharp. Another chance. Shot and wide of the left post. So good attack there from Sutherland. Moorebank really quite lucky to get away there. They gave Sutherland a couple of opportunities. In the end, Sharps, he made the shot, but just wide of the post. Green, another straight ball, looking for the AMs. Thompson, infield to Neil. Great pass, Neil. One to beat there. Just pulls it back. And in the end, loses out there. That's a good pass. Tonner trying to scramble Agnew with the ball. And the umpire's called Tonner on not allowing 5 yards for the Moorebank striker, Stephen Agnew, to receive the ball. It must have been close. Tonner was certainly travelling at a rate of knots. He covered that 5 yards or so pretty quickly. In the end, another penalty corner. So Moorebank's second opportunity from the set play. Just on 2.5 minutes remaining of this first quarter. Scores at 1-1. Goals so far to Neil and Hunt. Good strike there from Bannerman. Draws the save on the post. I think that was McGregor, but in the end, off his body, and Robbie Sutton says that's a penalty stroke. So I think it's Matt Bannerman up for the penalty stroke. And executes that very confidently. Into the bottom right. Brian not able to get near that one, so good conversion there from Moorebank from their penalty corner. And now they're 2-1 up, just 1.5 minutes before the end of this first quarter. Jennings looking for Bollard. Ollie Johnson cut that out, but back with Jennings. Try again. This time he finds Bollard. Looking for Thompson. And Bollard carries it forward quickly. It's good play by him. Under 1 minute. Back to Tonner. Maguire out wide. And that's over the sideline. Olsen finds Thompson. Neil leading wide, but Robbie Green read that one. There was really only one place the pass could go, and he got there first. Bannerman sends the ball to the far side of the goal, looking for Agnew there. Just as well for Sutherland, Maguire is in good position, able to get first to the ball, and knocked it clear. So at the end of the first quarter, Moorebank with the early lead, 2-1. Fairly enterprising first quarter from both teams. Suggests there's going to be plenty more goals to come. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second quarter. So back with the second quarter. Just a reminder that make comments on the live stream. So Moorebank with the ball. Running right to left. So the early advantage to Moorebank on the scoreboard. Pretty even first half in terms of possession and opportunities. Moorebank had the 2 penalty corners. Sutherland yet to get one of the set plays. Unfortunate mental error there from Isaac Olsen off the ball. Resulted in a free hit. Moorebank putting the pressure on again. Neil got Bollard leading in front. Fine. No, good cut out there from Robbie Green. And finds Neil's foot. Neil Green immediately looking, as he has done all game. If the longer pass is on, he's looking for it. Maybe looking to make a rapid transfer or transition. McGregor. Hanneman comes again, but the ball away to Tonner. Got Maguire outright. He's trapped there. Croak. And Bannerman had overrun that pass. Tonner into McGregor. That's a good possession midfield. Enables him to get it forward to Neil. Unfortunate missed trap and turnover there. It was a good play through McGregor. That's the second push from Olsen, so quite deservedly he's off for a rest. Nigel Croak with a deflection there that only just went a little wide of the post. McGregor with a long toss. Robbie Green bringing it forward. Zayden Brooks out left, down the sideline. Through Croak. So Sutherland with the ball from the sideline. Well, they did have it, but some disputing with the umpire. Up off Tonner's stick. So Croak again. Back to Johnson. And Green, he'll go wide to the right. Thompson tries to get past Roberts, but not good control of the ball. Good tackle from Bollard there. Gets the ball all over Croak's feet, so free hit for Sutherland. They need a little bit more composure here. McGregor finds Bollard wide. Be disappointed he didn't control that one, having got past the last defender. Brooks overhead looking, finds Tully Johnson. Wasn't able to get that to a Moorebank stick. Cooper Holmes there putting pressure on McGregor, ultimately wins the ball. It's a great defensive play there from Riley Lloyd to block that shot. Roberts. That'll be, yeah, that's an unfortunate tackle there. Ball got underneath Lloyd's stick, so he ended up with fairly obvious stick check. And another penalty corner for Moorebank. They've put a lot of pressure on Sutherland's defence from the start of this quarter. Had a few shots and now a penalty corner. Definitely they've got the upper hand at the moment. And Sutherland need to just regain a bit more composure. Hold on to the ball a bit longer. There's just a couple of, there's too many, 2 or 3 passes and then a turnover. A bit more time in possession would be good for them. Bannerman on the left battery that time. Certainly the target for the penalty corners. Got good connection with the ball, but Bryant was able to block it. I think that was Holmes coming in along the back line. Roberts now with a shot. Back with Holmes. Bryant out to it. Blocks it again. Unfortunate for him in blocking it. He bounced high up towards the player, so player able to call danger and blow another penalty corner for Moorebank. So Moorebank keeping this pressure on. Bannerman again on the left battery. He's seen most of the penalty corner opportunities. See if they use him again. Does indeed. Bannerman, shot along the ground. Bryant able to block that. Green with the shot, again blocked by Bryant. This time he got it clear of the D. Now Maguire. Oh, that was a danger pass infield. Was looking for Tonner, but didn't find him. Jennings able to get it wide. And then Maguire again, this time down the sideline, but just to Moorebank. And so they'll come back again. Sutherland not holding possession. A long overhead there from Croak, way above the Moorebank striker on the back line. So turnover. McGregor again. Goes short to Lloyd and to Bollard. Good intercept there from Ed Hunt. Great turnover in a very dangerous part of the field. Oh, Bannerman's passed back, not picked up. Blake Sharp with the ball there. Looks long to Isaac Olsen. Super pass. Olsen just in pivoting, lost his footing, which is unfortunate. He was past that last defender, so Moorebank able to recover the situation. Bannerman sends the ball to the far corner. And Moorebank will move up and try and win a turnover here from Sutherland. Down the sideline. Sure if that might have picked a Moorebank stick on the way, but in any case, Moorebank bring it back. That's a well-placed overhead into Hunt. Tonner between 2 Moorebank players manages to get the ball. McGregor out to Olsen. To send it down the sideline to Thompson, but Nathan Daniel got in the way of that one. Moorebank with the ball. Again putting pressure on. Croak received that one. Found Ed Hunt just outside the D, and had Hunt made a clean trap there. And somehow Isaac Olsen has managed to incur the umpire's wrath another time, and another green card for him. So his second stint on the bench with the Graham Cartwright, the technical officer. So this time Bannerman's moved to the right-hand battery. With Bannerman in, beautifully executed corner along the ground, and found Nigel Croak just to the side of the post, and an easy deflection in for him. So Bannerman, well-sighted pass, found Croak really unmarked, and it was an easy deflection for him in behind Bryant, and Moorebank put their third goal on the board. That's a pretty fair reward for Moorebank for 10 minutes of sustained pressure on Sutherland's defence. Whitehall with the overhead down the sideline. Oh, that might have been Nathan Daniel. Thompson. So Thompson just playing the ball after the infringement, earns him a yellow card. So he joins Olsen on the bench. So Sutherland 2 down. That will stretch them in defence for sure and limit their opportunities in attack. McGregor finds Riley Lloyd. Lloyd back to McGregor. Out to Jennings. McGregor. He had Blake Sharp up in front, but he had two in front of him, so wasn't going to get that good intercept from Bollard. Ball falls to Lloyd. Roberts. Croak with the ball wide. Charlie Johnson down the sideline. Hunt. This is good attack from Moorebank. And Hunt with the final shot. From a fairly tight angle, but really got something behind that one. So that on the end of three or four passes, Moorebank with a little layoff and shot to beat Bryant in the goal. So Moorebank definitely on a roll here. 4-1 up in the second quarter. 3 minutes to go. Sutherland to try and pull one back. But you'd have to say they haven't been much of a threat in the opposition quarter in this period. Little bobble there over Daniel's stick. Gets Sutherland a cheap turnover on the sideline. So Sutherland still 2 down. Need to be careful with their possessions. Stephen Agnew working hard there, eventually wins the penalty corner. So Moorebank well on top here and aiming to really put the nail in the coffin here for Sutherland. They can add another goal in the last bit of this quarter. Olsen back on the field, so Sutherland now just one down. Nathan Daniel with that strike from the top. Just didn't have enough pace on it to get past Bryant, who made a good save.
Big shoulders.
Moorebank keeping control of the ball. A vital intercept there from McGregor. The ball fell onto his feet, but he was just in front of Stephen Agnew, and it was a pretty important intercept he made there. But another penalty corner. This should be the final play of the quarter. So Croak on the left, Battery, Daniel on the right. Comes to Croaks. And Moorebank try that same play. They scored their last penalty corner goal from. Didn't come off this time. Sutherland able to get onto Agnew a bit quicker. Ball through, finds Mason Neal unattended. Olsen in field. And bouncing ball across. Under a bit of pressure, Olsen not able to get his stick on it. That was unfortunate. Would have given some real momentum to Sutherland if they could have pulled that goal back. But alas, they go into the halftime break down 4-1, and with plenty of work to do to get themselves back in contention in the second half. Hope you get back to us in 5 minutes or so with the second half, and we'll see how Sutherland and Moorebank finish this game. So teams coming back on the field for the second half. Sutherland with the job ahead of them, trailing 1-4 in this encounter with Moorebank. Moorebank would be very happy with their first half, particularly their second quarter, where they really got on top in terms of possession, field position, and they had Sutherland under a lot of pressure. By my count, I think it was 5 penalty corners for Moorebank in that second quarter, just to underline that good field position they had and getting outcomes in the D. It's an important clash for both teams. Sutherland on 18 points, Moorebank on 15. A win for both is really important. Olsen, Neal, McGregor, Sharp. Well, it's been a while since Sutherland put together half a dozen passes, so it's a good start to the third quarter. Jennings with the ball through, looking for Bollard. It's off a Moorebank stick, so they retain the ball from the sideline there. Bollard through to Thompson. And he just didn't control that one. Roberts for Moorebank. Gets past Lloyd, but not Jennings. Infield is Nigel Croak. He'll carry it forward. Ed Hunt with the ball now. Got Croak steaming up in field. And Maguire just in the way there. Hunt, ball through. Croak trying to get the shot on, but Bryant was right on top of him. Blocked out the angle. Nathan Daniel back to Green. He goes left. Sutherland again under pressure here. Chris Whitehall carrying the ball forward there. Took the ball off the Sutherland stick over the back line. Roberts, Bollard under pressure, pressuring. Green is looking up. See if that longer passes on. Hunt out to Green. No one in front of him. So he'll just walk the ball forward. McGregor. Just over the back line. It's dangerous play by Sutherland, just letting Green walk forward at that point of the field. Green again. Sharp moves up this time. Forces the pass. Hunt tries to beat Bollard, but doesn't, so good defensive work there from Bollard. McGregor. Tonner. Into Bollard. Back to Tonner. I'll move it around again. Maguire. Good little lift there, gets past Bannerman. Infield to Olsen. Back to Maguire. It's good play under pressure. Good work. And then looks to find Olsen again down the sideline. Good little interchange there. It's better from Sutherland. Into Lloyd. He finds McGregor. He'll go to the right. Finds Jennings. In plenty of space. Ball into Thompson. And good penetration there from Jennings. Just knocked the ball forward and then drew the stick check. So penalty corner for Sutherland. And that's a better start for them to this quarter. A few reasonable passages of passing there from Sutherland. Much better ball control than they had in the second quarter. And been able to win the first penalty corner of this quarter. So McGregor looks like the striker on top. Just the one battery for Sutherland. Neil injecting. Jennings with the trap. McGregor. Oh, he sent that to the right. He was looking for the little tap in on the right post, possibly from Olsen. Lloyd's run in there, probably collected one of the defenders coming out. Seems to be okay now. Thompson just holding up. Good little touch by him, keeping the pressure on. Forcing Daniels to work hard to keep possession. He does in the end drop it back to Green, and he'll come right through Roberts and down the sideline. Finds Julius. Sutherland win the possession back into Riley Lloyd. Stick check on him. Eventually the umpire decides no advantage, so Lloyd gets the free hit and now throws it out to Jennings. Tonner. McGregor looking in the D off a Moorebank stick, so Sutherland again from the 25. Moorebank defending well. Now the counter-attack is on. Anneman forward, under. Gets the ball past Tonner, but only to McGregor. And just not enough numbers there for Moorebank. Robbie Green gets forward, beats Blake Sharp to the ball. And his overhead there. Great idea with the Roberts just in front, but he's just a little too close to the Sutherland defender to throw the overhead. The umpire pulled it up. Tonner to McGregor. Finds Lloyd. And that pass right was always being blocked by Hunt. Gets the reward for that. Agnew throws it across the D. Hunt probably not the target, but missed the trap, and Sutherland get the turnover. Thompson now brings it forward. That's a good pass to Bollard, leading down the sideline. He's got Neil inside, but he's going to carry it right to the back line. Drops it back. Yes, onto the defender's foot. So penalty corner. Excellent run by Oliver Bollard down the sideline there. He's showing a lot of enthusiasm to get forward. And he's been quite effective there in that attacking role. So another penalty corner for Sutherland. Second of the quarter and in fact second of the match for Sutherland. They had a pretty lean first half as far as penalty corners are concerned. So McGregor again the target at the top on the battery. Comes to McGregor, this time he goes the shot, and what a well executed corner, low to the goalkeeper's left, and that rattled the backboard. Good trap at the top, McGregor onto it, and with a bit of space before the first runner, he just had time to really pick his line and put it down the goalkeeper's left into the corner. Really well executed corner by Zach McGregor. And Sutherland pull one back and keep themselves in the game at 4-2 down. So Moorebank back on the attack. And pretty quick response by them. Sees a penalty corner at the opposite end of the field. And a chance for them to get their margin back. 2 goals is an interesting margin, particularly at this stage of the game. It's certainly not a winning margin, but it can, from the team in front's point of view, feel like a lead they need to defend. Moorebank will be aiming to recover their buffer. Again, it comes to Bannerman on the right battery. Well-directed corner. I think it was just the post there that saved Sutherland that time. Lloyd chasing this down the sideline. He'll get to it. And wins the ball. Super effort there from Riley Lloyd. Did a lot of work to get to that, and under pressure from 2 Moorebank defenders, managed to win the free hit and keep possession for Sutherland. Drills it into the D again off a Moorebank stick. So Sutherland from the 25. Wade Tonner sends it left to McGregor. Looks in. He's looking for that deflection outside the goalkeeper's left post. There were 2 Sutherland players there, but neither could get the angle they needed to get a stick on it. Nathan Julius not able to reach that one. Hunt gets past Bollard, shot, and that one sails well over the goal. So no threat there for Bryant. David Vine. His pass intercepted. And fortunately for Sutherland, McGregor able to get onto it. Looks forward, hoping to find Neal. Well, that's definitely a misdirected chip shot. So Green gets the chance to relieve the pressure from Moorebank. Olsen with a good touch there. Darcy Ryder sends it long. Cooper Holmes was the target. Just couldn't get it on his stick. McGregor with a long overhead to the right, but no Sutherland player out there. Just empty space. So 3.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Moorebank leading 4-2. Green with the overhead. Looking for Chris Whitehall out wide. Tonner out to Jennings. Got 2 Moorebank players in front. Finds Tonner, good outlet to him. Tonner's beaten through, needs to make a delivery. Finds Olsen and into Bollard. stick check, so turn over to Moorebank. Bannerman wide to Croak, and he sends that pass, cuts the circle just between two Moorebank strikers. Really good and penetrating pass through the D. Riley Lloyd finds McGregor. Those two have linked up well today. Olsen finds Thompson down the left. Good pass by Olsen. Now Thompson. Just too many Moorebank defenders there. Couldn't find a Sutherland player in support. Croak sends it left. Going back to Croak. Olsen intercepts. Good pick up. He's got space in front. Managed to single out Nigel Croak. And the ball back with Moorebank. Chris Whitehall carrying it forward. Strike into the D. Finds David Vine's feet, and another penalty corner for Moorebank. Sutherland have had to defend quite a few of these today. Predominantly Matt Bannerman, the target at the top. Comes to him again. And that's why. Excellent execution there. Gets the ball to the right of Bryant, just above the backboard with the drag flick. And really well executed. Gets over Bryant's stick, and Moorebank get back their 5-2 lead just as the quarter finishes. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes with the final quarter. See what Sutherland can do about bridging this gap. So teams back on the pitch for the final quarter of this PL2 game. Moorebank leading 5-2. Third quarter, a more even affair. 1 goal each to the teams. But that meant Moorebank retained their 3-goal advantage and a very strong position going into this final quarter. McGregor, great ball through to Neil. He finds Maguire. Tonner. McGregor again. Out to Thompson. Good receive by him with Jennings. Thompson. Good play by Thompson, evades Zayden Brooks. Now with Jennings, ball through. Would have liked to see Mason Neal make a little bit more effort to get to that ball. Croak goes wide. Daniel down the sideline. Agnew with the ball across the D. At least two Moorebank strikers in there, but not close enough to reach it. So Jennings gets it from the sideline. Moorebank really pressing high here. They're not letting any Sutherland defender have space for the ball. Mason Neal comes back to help out there, wins the ball, wins the free hit. Sutherland can push forward. McGregor with the overhead, looking for Thompson. But it's good marking there by Zayden Brooks. He kept close to Thompson. Now with Green. Green with the overhead, but not past Olsen. Good receive by him. Carries it infield, has Lloyd inside, and he's got Maguire outside. Trying to tidy up there. Nathan Julius with a good win there for Moorebank on Lloyd, forcing that turnover. Zayden Brooks eventually back to Green. Croak goes forward looking for Hunt, but McGregor gets the ball first. Sutherland got a few in the midfield there, so able to control. Somehow Thompson managed to miss that one. Chris Whitehall with the ball, carries it, can't get past Tonner, just inside the D, and he relieves to Lloyd. Unfortunate there, he's just lifted that ball just a fraction too high, so just high enough to be considered dangerous. Bannerman with the ball into the D there. Great pass. And umpire initially called a PC, but penalty corner. But in the end, it's decided it was a hit to Sutherland. McGregor looking wide to find Bollard, just about a yard short. And Croak able to come forward with the ball. Finds Nathan Julius out left. Whitehall goes back to Brooks. So Moorebank got good control of the ball this quarter. That's a nice little tackle there from Sharp. Good turnover. Neal inside. And that's not a good pass. Croak from the sideline. It's got Agnew high on the back line. Lloyd leaves it for McGregor. He goes to Jennings just out left. Nice Olsen in front, unmarked. Bollard Hugh and Bollard leading high. And just not able to pick that one up on the run. Bit messy out there. Holmes missed it in the end. After a few errors, Sutherland picked up the free hit to McGregor in the middle. Lloyd to Jennings. He'll go back into Tonner. Great intercept from Holmes, and now he's streaking forward. Just got Tonner to beat, gets in field of him. He'll have a shot here. And well struck, but just wide of the post. Great intercept from Cooper Holmes moving forward there. And he took full advantage of it. Getting a shot on goal. Bannerman. And just a couple of untidy tackles there was enough to concede another penalty corner for Sutherland. So again, Moorebank come up to the circle for another opportunity from the set play. Comes to Bannerman again. Gone right this time, Bryant onto it. Bryant getting the rebound and keeping in front. Bollard eventually clears. So well played. Daniel Bryant saves the initial shot and then the follow-up rebound. Oliver Bollard might have been a little lucky there. He did lift that ball into green. David Vine across to McGregor. And out to Tonner, into Bollard. Julius, back to Tully Johnson. Green. Now Roberts in field. Bollard was able to get his stick in, but just deflected it high and conceded the penalty, but ball over the back line, so Sutherland able to get control of it again from the 16. David Vine, infield to Lloyd. Under pressure, retains the ball, sends it forward to McGregor, but onto his feet. Lloyd and McGregor have combined well for Sutherland through the centre today. Tonner. Hunt made the intercept, but over the sideline, so Sutherland retain their possession. Hunt again. Holmes inside, back to Hunt. Players infield. Nathan Daniel trying to get the tomahawk away. Just went over the top of it. McGregor sends the ball long and left. Thompson not able to get on the end of that. Nice trap from Roberts there. So Sutherland with one of their rare opportunities in attack. Lloyd sent that ball through. He had Mason Neal in his target and must have just missed Neal's stick. He was looking for just the touch on to the goal. Hunt with a good receive. Darcy Ryder with that ball down the right sideline, but no one on the end of it. So the pace has pretty much gone out of this game. Moorebank, I would suggest, pretty content with their 5-2 lead, and we'll just look to play time out now. Up to Sutherland trying to force an opportunity. McGregor with the ball through, going straight down the guts. Had 3 Moorebank defenders to beat. Unfortunately, couldn't beat the last of them, Robbie Green, with that pass. Tonner, Jennings, out to Thompson. Nathan Daniel getting in front of McGregor there to try and disrupt his receive. Oliver Bollard with a good intercept there. Well, actually, umpire didn't see it that way. I thought he might have got that on his stick. I said there was a boot involved. Blake Sharp. Got 2 inside. Riley Lloyd and Mason Neal. In the end, he has to settle for a foot. Couldn't get that ball through for the incoming strikers. So another penalty corner for Sutherland. And with 4 minutes to go, a chance to get one of the goals back. I think if we look back on where this game was won or lost, that second quarter that Moorebank had, where they put 2 goals on Sutherland with no response, was really where the difference existed. It was very damaging, and Sutherland have not been able to recover. So McGregor at the top on the corner. Well executed, takes a little deflection on the way in, I think, from Riley Lloyd. We'll have a look again at that on the replay. McGregor put this flat along the deck, and I think it was Riley Lloyd coming in from the left there who just got his stick on it just to change the angle a little, and that left Tom David in goals with no chance at all. So Sutherland get one back in this final quarter with just under 3 minutes to go. Hunt sends it left to Agnew at the top of the D. And his ambitious Tomar from not a great angle, but sailing over the top. So 5-3. Sutherland can manage to construct another goal at this late stage. That would make for a very exciting last minute or so. Sharp with the ball, gets it into Neal. But Tom David got forward and blocked that shot. That'll be a stick check, and Moorebank just trying to slow things down here with just over 1.5 minutes to go. They like to play the game very much in Sutherland's half. Nathan Julius with the ball. Wade Tonner dispossesses him, sends it forward. Probably looking for Lloyd there. Ball with Lloyd. Finds the one slippery patch on the field, but recovers his footing. Carries it forward. Certainly had the free hit there. Umpire just waiting to see if there was any advantage. Lloyd sends it to Tonner. Ball to McGregor. Bannerman just got onto that one. So Sutherland's chances slipping away. Probably Green with a uncharacteristic slip on the hit there. Sutherland another chance to win back a possession. Thompson. Sends it to Lloyd. Good evasion there on the back line. He'll win the penalty corner there. And this will be Sutherland's final chance. Time running out. So they'll have a penalty corner after the whistle. Final whistle. So Moorebank will get the win. It's just a question of what the final margin is. And a vital 3 points for them that'll bring them level with Sutherland on the table. Remains to be seen what that position is depending on other results this round, but it's a good outcome for Moorebank. McGregor, well struck, and Matt Thompson with the rebound. Puts that one in the goal. So very good penalty corner, great strike by McGregor. Rebound off Tom David just falls to Matt Thompson, and he's sufficiently alert to put the ball in the back of the net. And we finish with a 5-4 scoreline. Has to be said, a little flattering to Sutherland with those two late goals. Certainly Moorebank had control of this game from the second quarter, and they will take the 3 points from today. So that's our PL2 game this afternoon. 5-4 win to Moorebank. And we'll be back in around 5 minutes with the PL1 encounter, Sutherland versus Moorebank. Hope you can join us. So welcome to viewers for our round 11 PL1 game, Sutherland versus Moorebank. Craig Turner here for the commentary this afternoon. And it's going to be an epic encounter. It always is, and there's no reason why it won't be this afternoon. We've got two teams, in fact, first and second on the table in the Sydney PL1 competition. Sutherland start in their best form for many years. After 8 games, they've got 7 wins, 1 draw and no losses. They're on top of the table with 22 points and a pretty impressive 46 goal difference. So 57 for and 11 against. Moorebank in second position. They've played 1 extra game on Sutherland. They've had 9 games. They've won 6, drawn 1 and lost 2. 38 goals for, 9 against, and a goal difference of 29 to be on 19 points. So last week Sutherland had a 6-1 win over Sydney Uni, and Moorebank also had a 2-0 win. That their win over Northwest Strikers, sorry, and that was a pretty good result for Moorebank. Northwest Strikers held Sutherland to a draw, I think, the previous round, so they're in good form. Some of the we'll have a look at the team list for this afternoon. So Moorebank, look at the Moorebank team. Just find my piece of paper. You can see it on the screen there. Craig Coulson in goals, Dylan Downey in 1. Downey, one of the leading goal scorers for Moorebank on 8. He's particularly lethal from the penalty corner position. Ethan Brooks in 3, Toby Mallon 4, Landon Morley in 5, another big goal scorer, 15, and in fact the top goal scorer in the PL1 competition thus far. Kyan Johnson in 6, Troy Sutherland 7, Billy Graff 8, Ed Hunt 9, Braden Sutherland 10, Kai Sutherland 11, Jeremy Mosley 12, Callum Mackay 13, Nathan Stewart 16, Tristan White 18, and Christian Roberts 19. So if we look at the Sutherland team list, Nathan Ackroyd in goals, Aaron Kershaw in 2, he's been a mainstay of Sutherland's defence this year. Mitch Ray, co-captain with Ackroyd in 3, Ian McClung in 5, Zach McGregor in 7, Hayden Neal 8, Alex Shaw in 9, Matthew Bennett in 11, and between Bennett and Shaw, that's 10 goals to Alex Shaw and 11 to Matthew Bennett. They're leading Sutherland's goal scoring tally, and they're supported by Blake and Anders from the penalty corner spot in 16. Blake has got 9 this season, so particularly good run for him. Luke Noblet in 17, Riley Nyland 18, Jack Hayes 19, and making his run-on debut, Oliver Turner in 2:45. He's the triple-digit guy. So both teams just completing their warm-up. The ball kids getting out onto the pitch. And we're anticipating a pretty tight tussle this afternoon. It's always a crowd pleaser, this game between Moorebank and Sutherland. So we think you'll be pretty entertained this afternoon. Sutherland really got off to a flyer this season in first grade with some big wins early on. They did have a really tough game against Northwest Strikers a couple of weeks ago. That was a draw, and I think they'll get an equally tough encounter this afternoon against Moorebank. So definitely an important one for both teams. Real test for them. I see where they stand at this midpoint of the season. Sutherland do have a few players missing from their lineup, or their regular lineup, but it's still a pretty strong list. So we're just waiting for, in fact, it's an unusual one. We're just waiting for the ball kids to get some bibs. They've turned up in their blue Sutho strip, which unfortunately is a bit of a clash with the Sutherland players on the pitch. So fluorescent bib will fix that. And Landon Morley gets it away from the centre spot. Riley Nyland almost pinched the ball from Downey there, but Moorebank recovered. Nathan Stewart with a long overhead, but Mitch Ray comfortably deals with that one. Jack Hayes sends it left to McClung. Kershaw, infield to Noblet. And he looks long, trying to find Alex Shaw, but Tristan White read that line, got in behind. Beautiful carry there by White. Kept his eyes up. Now he's right on the top of the D. Gets the ball infield. Ray able to intercept, and he takes the stick check there and a free hit. Kershaw gets it away to Hayes. Shaw. Down, he gets back on him. Morley. Moorebank looking good, swinging the ball around. Hernandez. And Mallon coming forward, taking that strike, but just outside the post. So strong early possession for Moorebank. Bennett under pressure from Stewart, recovers the ball, no infringement. He's got Shaw in front of him. Really doesn't do enough with that ball. I think he was actually surprised he kept possession. Anyway, Moorebank come forward. Kershaw finds Ray, out to McClung. Kershaw. Good strength from Kershaw there. McClung back into Ray. Wide to Hernandez. Bennett. I don't know what sort of rock Sutherland are playing with, but that ball really sounds tinny. Anyway. Mallon with the ball out. McClung gets on the end of that pass. Noblet. Nyland. Good skills by him. Callum Mackay was intercepted. Mallon, good strength on the ball. He'll draw the infringement just outside the D on Noblet. Little stick check. Mosley with that shot on Ackroyd, which he dealt with pretty comfortably. Tristan White out wide. Sends the ball across. Kershaw gets it out. Hayes just able to block that. Over the back line though. So Moorebank start again. Mallon. Got that ball in out of reach. So Hayes. Long overhead, finds Hernandez out to the right. Good receive by him. So both teams with good possession so far. Moorebank perhaps the better of field position, but nothing much in it yet. Mallon. On to Mosley. By Sutherland there. Back to Billy Graff. On to White. Long ball through, finds Morley. Ball just rolls off his stick, and that was enough to allow Hayes to get his stick in. And he's come away, he's got 4 in front of him. Deals with 2 of them. Unfortunately, his pass through was picked up by Stewart. Back to Kershaw. Out wide to McClung. Into Turner. First touch for Ollie Turner. Noblet. Sutherland trying to find an opening here. All back, aside from Landon Morley, all well back in defence. Turner looking for Noblet there. Ray sending it through. Wall of Moorebank defenders. Stewart. Pressure there from Neal. Sutherland really crowding the ball. This time Morley sends the overhead, but McClung is in position. Just need to get that one to Noblet, but unfortunately fell clear. So Moorebank with another chance. Mallon, great tackle from McClung. He wasn't deceived there. Shaw. Both teams just testing each other out, poking and prodding, just trying to find where that gap might be. Kershaw was there. In the end, it was his feet that stopped it going through. Mallon finds Morley. On the back line, he'll be looking for a foot. Did better than that. Found Troy Sutherland's stick with a deflection just in front of Ackroyd. So Morley there on the back line. Sutherland able to just deflect that ball into the far post, and there was just no time there for Ackroyd to react. So Troy Sutherland, first goal for Moorebank. Ray into Turner, out to Hernandez. On the sideline looking for Nyland, just centimetres there to his stick. Good lead from Nyland. Stewart with the long overhead. Really good work by Noblet there to pick that one off. White with the ball. Sends it long. Finds Kai Sutherland. That pass was not enough to get past Noblet. Hayes. Ball through. Just laid off by Shaw, trying to find Hayden Neal to his left. Roberts. Stewart. Noblet carrying it forward. Callum Mackay thought he might have had the tackle, but it was more of a shoulder than anything else, I think. So Kershaw looking for a lead. There's a lot of static players up in front. Long overhead. Roberts got in the way, missed it in the end, but Alex Shaw couldn't pick the half volley. Downey to White. Well placed pass down the sideline to Stewart. And Jeremy Mosley on that one, just over the sideline. Noblet. Closely attended by Mallon, but kept control. Hernandez now on the left. Kershaw looking for Oliver Turner, but close enough. So Kyan Johnson bringing it forward. Moorebank from the 25. Downey. Stewart. Hayes with the ball on the sideline. Leaves it. Smart play. Get up in front. Mallon now. And his pass too far in front of Johnson. McClung. Into Turner. Under pressure, loses out. McClung with another good intercept. And eventually the ball gets out to Nyland. That's a good evasion from Nyland. Popped the ball through, hoping to find Neal, but Neal had gone a little bit wider. Tristan White with the ball out wide again, into Mallon. Roberts. Ray, a bit untidy there. He was under a bit of pressure trying to find Hernandez, and in the end straight over the back line. So Moorebank from the 25. White comes back to Stewart. So just over 3 minutes of this quarter to go. White with the long ball through. Super receive from Morley. Then to Sutherland. And Billy Graff not able to control there, but Morley really able to set up another opportunity there. Kershaw finds Hayes, just drops it right. Two Southern players at it, so. Turner leading, but Callum Mackay comes through and pinches the ball, carrying it right. Now with Mallon. Noblet able to deal with that one. Sends the ball long and finds Matthew Bennett. Billy Graff there. Very important pick by him. Clean tackle. Shaw. Looking for Bennett in the centre. So a couple of good penetrations there from Sutherland. Almost getting an opportunity in the D. Long overhead, but only as far as Ray. That was a good little touch there from Troy Sutherland onto Ray's feet. Wins the possession for Moorebank. Sutherland was able to run forward there, but in the end his pass just straight over the back line. Kershaw again, looks long, finds Nyland there. A little deflection there off Ray's stick, almost created an opportunity. Mallon now carrying it to the left. Sutherland able to hold their D. Graff lifted ball into the D, so that takes all the pressure off. Just 20 seconds left. Might be another chance for Sutherland to get the ball forward. Shaw is nice and high. And Kershaw sends the overhead down the right side. White didn't pick it up on the way through, but time beat them both. So end of the first quarter. Moorebank have the early advantage. Great little deflection there from Troy Sutherland has them 1-0 up. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second quarter. So teams coming back on the pitch for the second quarter. Moorebank with the early lead, 1-0. Goal to Troy Sutherland. Very even first quarter. Both, as you would expect really, between two quite evenly matched teams. Moorebank perhaps with a few tighter opportunities in the D, but nothing much in it. Ball forward. Good marking from Sutherland. Just went straight through to Ray. All the Moorebank midfield contained. This time Noblet under pressure there from Sutherland. And turnover. Callum Mackay bringing it forward. And Jack Hayes working back. Picks that loose ball up. And will outlet it right. Finds Noblet. He's got Bennett high in front. After a few swerves and changes of direction in the end, the pass went pretty much straight to Tristan White, and Moorebank able to get away. Downey with a long overhead. Ray must have been about the fourth or fifth one of those he's picked up. Hayes. He's got short inside. Mallon putting pressure on. Downey again, outletting through Graff. Morley. And a long ball through, looking for Sutherland. It was on target. Well, almost. Moorebank certainly not mucking around getting the ball into the opposition D. If they see the long pass, they'll take it. Great receive by Nyland. Trying to find Bennett there. Graff has the ball. But he turns it over. Now with Hayes. He's got three in front. And sends it right to Shaw. Probably the best of those options. And unfortunately for Shaw, not able to trap that bouncing ball. Tristan White. Finds Stewart on the left. And he goes long, looks for Sutherland. Sorry, that was Ethan Brooks. Morley now. Good strength on the ball by him, but equally good by Kershaw to dispossess. Noblet wide to Hayes. And a mistrap by Nyland there on the sideline. Just interrupts Sutherland coming out of defence. So Stewart to Graff. Mallon. And go wide. Great tackle there from Ollie Turner. And stick check on Turner again, so that's two good plays by him there in defence. Kershaw with the overhead to the open side, and it's the right play. If Hernandez had been able to start about 5 yards earlier, he might have reached that. Certainly acres of space there. Graff again. White looks up, says, "Where are you?" And he's under pressure from two. And wins the ball. So good pressure there from Shaw and Hayes. Sutherland will know that leaving Tristan White with time on the ball to make his pass is pretty much a suicide play. He can be so effective with that longer ball. Graff now. Looking for the pass down the right wing. Too many Sutherland defenders there. Now with Mallon. Graff to Stewart. Back into White. Sutherland doing a good job holding up, blocking up the centre there. Now Graff comes forward. And just deflected in the end there by Ray over the back line. Downey to Graff. Good ball across the D, but no striker anywhere near that one. But it did take a Sutherland stick on the way, so Moorebank retained their possession from the sideline. Back to Stewart. White. Goes back to Stewart. And infield to Morley. He leaves that. Anticipated Sutherland making the lead into space in behind, which he was doing, but he was just a yard short. Kershaw forward to Hayes. Left looking for Nyland or McClung. Back to Noblet. Morley puts him under pressure, in fact wins the ball. Goes the overhead down the line and gets over McClung. And Troy Sutherland was looking really dangerous there, but just lost control of the ball in the end. Stewart goes wide to Roberts. Infield to Mallon. White's pushed forward there. And he throws it to Morley down the sideline. Gets past McClung on the back line. Ball across to the top of the D. And he says, "Where are you?" Nyland has it. Carries it forward. Good work by Roberts there. Didn't rush in. Managed to hold off and hold Nyland up. Roberts out wide. Noblet will challenge, and the second one's a good one. And that ball across found Troy Sutherland at the top of the D. His deflection forward was enough to find Mitch Ray's foot just inside the D, and a penalty corner to Moorebank. So first opportunity for either team from the penalty corner play. Mallon the injector. White. Back to Mallon. And just across the face of the goal finds Jeremy Mosley for the little put away. Having got past Ackroyd. Pass across the goal, gets past Ackroyd, and then Jeremy Mosley there for the pretty simple put away. And Moorebank get a 2-goal lead, and that's a pretty good start for them. Midway through this second quarter. Callum Mackay, he wins no, he doesn't win the penalty. He was hoping he won the penalty, but it was lifted too high into Alex Shaw's leg. So Sutherland with a penalty. Hayes sending it long. Well, actually not long enough. Christian Roberts able to get in the way of the ball getting through to Hayden Neal. Hayes. Tracked there by Stewart. Super defensive work there by Nathan Stewart. Morley. Ray dealing with that one with efficiency. Neal into Noblet, finds Hayes to his right. Hayes goes long, looking for Shaw. But, not close enough. Mackay with the ball. Wide to Roberts. Stewart. Right, we'll send it back to him. Stewart goes long. Finds Kai Sutherland. And McClung with the solid tackle there. Draws the infringement. So Mallon takes the free to Kai Sutherland. Didn't do enough with that pass, gave McClung a chance, but back with Moorebank. And fortunately for Sutherland, over the back line. Kershaw. Goes wide to Shaw. And his pass. Take enough care there. He had Nyland in front, but you couldn't find him. Christian Roberts with the ball on the sideline. Tried the overhead, but only got it knee height. Hayes. Hayes to Bennett. He had, yeah. I was looking for McClung leading high. Pass was on, but Bennett didn't execute well. Kershaw intercepts there, sends it back through Ray, out to McGregor. Hayden Neal on. Loses out to Stewart. Kershaw, long ball through, but a long ball always risks the presence of Tristan White. He did a good job picking that one up now with Morley. Sends it through, looking for Mallon leading high, but Noblet made a pretty important intercept there. And uncharacteristically poor pass, but Bennett able to get onto it. Hayes, Kershaw, back to Hayes. Noblet leading wide. Nyland in front. And Stewart not deceived there. Noblet thought there was a stick check in it. Now with Downey. Downey with the ball on the right sideline. Sends it far to the left. Callum Mackay on the end of that. I'm not really sure he got the 5 yards he was entitled to. Kershaw with the ball through. Good leading there from Nyland. It's past Stewart, but not Callum Mackay. Now Morley, good 1-2 from him. Kai Sutherland. Noblet. You look left. Kershaw. Fernandez. Well, Sutherland holding the ball well in their defence. But has to be said, they're down 2-0 at the wrong end of the pitch. McGregor. Good deception, finds Noblet leading forward, got Bennett to his left. So just a minute to go. Free hit to Sutherland just outside the D. Goes left to McClung. Finds the ball with Hayes. And he'll pick up the penalty corner there at the top of the D. So good opportunity for Sutherland here in the dying seconds of the second quarter. Their first penalty corner of the match. They have been pretty effective on their penalty corners. Whether Blake Hernandez or Christian Halyard. Halyard not out there today, but Hernandez is there on the first battery, and Kershaw, who scored a few other blinders from the penalty corner spot. So two strong batteries there, but Hernandez would be my pick. Here comes Hernandez. Good save. And a stick in the end, ball in the end up off a Moorebank stick dangerously. So a second penalty corner for Sutherland. So good initial save from Craig Coulson. He got down to that low to his right. Made a good save from the initial strike from Hernandez. Noblet, the injector. This time, Kershaw. He takes the hit, but ends up straight onto a Moorebank foot. So, a third penalty corner. Sutherland will want to make this count. They've got the entire team up at the circle. Falls to Kershaw. Trying to work it in, still trying to work it in. And a fourth penalty corner. Moorebank doing a great job trying to survive here. Hernandez. Coulson saves. And Nyland with the rebound. Pumps it into the backboard. So the initial strike from Hernandez is saved. First rebound, and then after the second save from Moorebank, the ball falls to Riley Nyland just outside the left goal post. And he lined it up and put it in the back of the net. So Sutherland get one back in the end of the second quarter, and the teams go into the half-time break. Moorebank with the 2-1 advantage. We'll be back in a couple of minutes with the second half.
Is that yours? Yes. All right. Where'd you go? Hey.
Do you remember that one?
Okay, well hurry up. After you played some hockey, we're going.
As the teams come back on the pitch, little promo there for Sutherland Ladies' Day coming up, Sunday 14th of July. A suite of games all day there, culminating in Sutherland 1 versus Ryde at 4 p.m. So plenty of ladies hockey that day. So teams back on the pitch for the second half of this top of the table PL1 encounter. These are the first and second place teams currently on the premiership ladder. And as you would expect, a very tight encounter. Moorebank currently with the edge, but Sutherland with a quartet of penalty corners at the end of that second quarter, finally able to get one in and got themselves back to 2-1. Just showing that always a danger from that penalty corner spot. Kershaw, pretty important intercept there. Now Nyland, Turner. And retain that off Ethan Brooks' feet. Kershaw goes long looking for Bennett. Diving effort by Billy Graff to intercept there. Put the ball over the sideline. Kershaw to Ray. Noblet. Kershaw not controlling that ball. That's a freebie for Moorebank. Callum Mackay with the ball on the sideline. Gets to Morley. He'll send it through the circle and finds Sutherland again. And draws two good saves from Nathan Ackroyd. Another ball blasted in, this time from Billy Graff on the right-hand side. Moorebank definitely looking for those deflections. Really hard for a goalkeeper to defend against. Hayes bringing the ball away. Finds Shaw. Hayes streaming forward. But that one cut out. And Morley onto the ball now. Now Mallon. Oliver Turner trying to hold him out. She's done. Now with Stewart down the left sideline. Fires that ball in, but McClung able to pick it up. Stewart. Back through Downey and Tristan White. Now with Stewart again. This time it's a Toma from him. Trying to blast it into the D. Looks like Moorebank adapting their tactics a little from the first half. That's a few long passes into the D. Trying to get it in early before the Sutherland defence is set. This time Morley. Ray gets in front of him. And makes the ball on the body there. So conceding the penalty corner. I think that one might have hurt just a little. So first penalty corner of this quarter to Moorebank. Just their second of the game. So I think that's Downey on the left battery and Morley on the right. So on the stats so far, Downey would be the target. Yes, it is. And he sends it to the right, gets a deflection off Hernandez, the runner. So another corner. Like Hernandez, Downey's had plenty of success from the penalty corner spot. Comes to him again. That one is rocketed in, but just wide of Ackroyd's right post. He certainly got onto that one. And went through cleanly, but just wide of the post. Kershaw will send it out to Hernandez. He'll go down the sideline, finds Hayden Neal. Comes back. Comes back at Sutherland. Morley there trying to get it out to Troy Sutherland. Kershaw has the ball on the sideline. Looking for some leading up in front. In the end, just hits it long, hoping for something to come out of it. Not enough leading, you suggest, from the Sutherland midfield there, just to give their defenders options. Hayes working back there. Downey trailing him. Hayes with the ball. Looking for the pass to Noblet out wide. Well, Noblet does have a habit of popping up on the sideline, leading out of the centre. Gets into space. Long ball through from Kershaw. Shaw controls it. Looks infield. Neal was the target. That was a pretty tight angle, but just like Moorebank earlier in the game, looking for that deflection. This time Neal not able to get his stick on it. Ray on the end of another long overhead from Moorebank's defence. McGregor into Kershaw. He goes wide to Turner and just not quick enough to get to that one. Another long overhead from Kershaw. Neil the target, but not really in the right position to receive that one. Stewart sends it across to Downey. Billy Graff. Nyland in front, trying to hold him up. Downey with a couple of little jinks trying to work the ball out of defence. In the end, over the sideline, and Noblet will take it. He looks across, finds Nyland. And Moorebank win that one. Another overhead to the open side, this time to Stewart. And Kershaw took the ball well, but umpire said we're encroaching on that 5 yards. So that's free to Moorebank. Downey through Mallon. Goes wide. Kai Sutherland. Into Ethan Brooks, and he was looking for Sutherland to follow through. Kai Sutherland to come through on the back line, but he wasn't there, and the ball over the back line, so Sutherland will come away. Again, Ray looks up, and not a lot of movement up in front. Neil makes a lead. Ray brings it forward. Moorebank retreating. So now with Hayes. Out to McClung. He looks down that sideline, but 3 players between him and Bennett. Eventually, one of them got across. Stewart down the sideline. Kai Sutherland didn't receive that one, so back with Sutherland. Now Hayes under pressure from 3. Going to take the free hit. Leading forward to Bennett. He's looking wide to Turner. Sutherland appealing, but umpire said, I didn't see anything. And Moorebank come away. Morley now. Kyan Johnson. Good pick up there from Neil. Downey under pressure from Shaw. Gets it to Roberts on the sideline. And he sends it into the D. Morley was the target, but he was leading away from the goal, so difficult receive. Hayes in the centre, playing more central this quarter. Goes wide to McClung. Noblet. Looking for Shaw leading wide, but just not making the pass stick. There's been a few of them today. Kershaw, they finally judged infield deflection. Now with Nyland. Bennett wide. Shaw is in the circle. He'll be the target, but really good defensive work there. That was Downey. Got in front of Shaw. Now Kyan Johnson wide. He sends it down the sideline. Hernandez and Jeremy Mosley tussling over this one. Back to Johnson. Now with Mallon. Noblet blocks it. And Ray, but still falls to Troy Sutherland. Mallon trying to get it along the back line. And now with Nyland to try and relieve. He gets the ball out to Bennett. And free hit to Sutherland. Good pressure from Moorebank there. Kershaw goes wide. Clean trap from Hernandez. Back to Ray and Kershaw. They'll probably work it right again. Hayes with the ball. Looks for Shaw out to the right. Good pick up there from Hernandez, but yeah, he's got the ball. So Hayes carries it forward. It's got Shaw in front and Bennett, but in between is Tristan White, and he comes away with it. Ray, Hayes, Bennett, he'll send it into the D. Somehow he's hit over the top of that one. Certainly didn't make good contact. White. Downey. Kershaw gets in front there. Was ball or man, but not both. One of those old-fashioned tackles. Great intercept there from Hernandez. He has Noblet in field. This is a chance for Sutherland to go forward. Instead, Moorebank have won it back. The Sutherland streaming forward. That was a pretty good intercept for Moorebank. Allows them to put pressure on Sutherland's defence. Callum Mackay bringing it through into the D. Under pressure gets the ball across, but deflected well over the top, and a restart from Moorebank at the 25. Downey out to Stewart. Hayes read that one well. Clean possession from Hayes. Surrounded by 4. And that was just perhaps one too many. Couldn't get his pass through to Shaw. Hayes is certainly well attended by Moorebank's players. As soon as he gets that ball, he has players around him. Not necessarily tackling, but keeping close, cutting down his options. And in the end, forcing a misdirected pass. Noblet on the ball. He leaves it. Leaves it for Kershaw to see if he can find a way forward. And there's Shaw on the back line. He was in space, but just didn't trap the ball. White. Super intercept there from Shaw. He'll win the ball there with third man of... No, White wins the ball from the first miss. So Stewart with the long overhead to Johnson. Mallon goes across to the right, but Ray, like so many of those other overheads, gets in the way. Sends the ball over the sideline, so another opportunity from Moorebank. Just over a minute of this third quarter. Stewart. Half a intercept from Ray. Ackroyd does the rest. Stewart with the ball. Good tackle from Kershaw there. That was an important one. Kershaw struggling to find options, but then gets one out through Hernandez. Pretty good pass. Hernandez comes back into the centre and back to Kershaw where we started. Turner makes the lead. Good receive from him. Out to McClung. And sends the ball down the sideline, hoping to find Shaw leading back. Another overhead to the open side. This one finds Kyan Johnson. Sutherland defence back. Now with Hayes, they come away. Nyland with a good receive in the midfield. And that was an ambitious pass. It was close to turn up, but it was a challenge. Sutherland particularly looking to rely on the counter-attack. So end of the third quarter, a goalless quarter. So Moorebank still have their 2-1 lead. And no doubt an exciting fourth quarter to come. We'll be back in a couple of minutes at the end of this game. Well, we're back for the fourth quarter. Score 2-1 in Moorebank's favour, but this game is definitely there for either team. Ray with the misdirected pass there. Sutherland were fortunate to get away with that. Turnover in that situation can be difficult to deal with. Fernandez again in space. He's had good space coming out of defence this game. What Sutherland need to do is provide more opportunities for him to pass the ball going forward. Another long overhead to the open side. This one with Stewart. Sends it down, looking for Morley. Great work by McClung to get in front. Kershaw now, he finds Hayes. 3 around Hayes, just holding him up. Not conceding the corner. Now back out to the right for Sutherland. This time Noblet with the ball. Sends a bullet down the sideline, but Nathan Stewart gets in front of Shaw. Picks that one off. Mallon through to Mosley. And he's got Sutherland out wide, but the ever-present Ray does enough. Just touches the ball over in the end over the back line, but interrupts that. Mallon. Ethan Brooks with the Tommer. Easily dealt with by Ackroyd from a very tight angle. Hayes now looking for Shaw, running long and high, but that overhead didn't have enough juice on it. Callum Mackay sends it out left to Mallon. And long pass from him. Finds Morley. Just couldn't control that ball under pressure from Sutherland's defence. Kershaw goes left, finds Ray. And he looks long. Good pass through to Bennett. Sutherland retain that possession. Sutherland just massively outnumbered in defence there. A couple of strikers, but way too many Moorebank defenders for them to be under real pressure. Mackay sends it forward to Billy Graff. Ray gets up and puts pressure on him. Nyland now, he gets forward and makes an intercept. Still it falls to Moorebank, and now Downey comes forward, finds himself in the striker line. Gets past McClung, but just a bit much body in that. That's a bit of extensive player position rotation there to find Downey up in the striker line. Again, Hernandez out wide and in space, but he has to go back to Ray. He'll go through Noblet and Hernandez again. Mosley holds him up, concedes the penalty, but stops the forward progress. Noblet sends it left to Kershaw. He's got McClung deep and high, out wide. Opts for Nyland, but cleared him by a comfortable metre or so. It's not a high percentage pass, that one. Sutherland need to be more certain with their passes. So Kershaw again. Looking for the leads, has to go back again to Ray. He'll go wide to McClung. Sends it to Hernandez. Ethan Brooks blocks it. Sutherland retain their possession. Just not enough movement from Sutherland's midfield. Hernandez can't see anything. Throws it left, hoping to find Kershaw running through. But Sutherland's midfield just not doing enough to create those passes. Enough work off the ball. Hayes tries to get through, but just too many in front of him there. Moorebank go wide to Kyan Johnson. Infield to Mallon. Noblet trailing him. Mallon's got good speed there. Sends the ball across the D. Looking for Morley. Bouncing all over the place, but in the end, a Moorebank infringement. Little bit of ball on body, I think, and Sutherland get the relieving hit out. Moorebank blocking up the centre, leaves Sutherland with the opportunity to get these balls out wide. Then they get across, and as they've done there, then Morley picks it off. Troy Sutherland not taking advantage of that pass forward. Moorebank will continue to block up the midfield, leaving the space out wide. Hayes being channeled wide, got two in front. Gets a free hit, sends the ball long, but Tristan White reads the line like any good DM and gets across, makes the intercept. Mallon carries forward. Kai Sutherland, back to Johnson. To Sutherland again, and off his stick and over the back line. Kershaw with the ball. This time Neal making a lead. Ray out wide. Sends the ball long to Shaw. Sutherland have the ball from the 25. Hayes looks infield, finds Shaw. He makes the shot, but Coulson had it covered. went past his left post. Long overhead this time from Downey. Ray. Infield. Kershaw. Nyland under pressure there from Stewart. Sutherland will receive the penalty. So Noblet has this one midway through that 25. Gets the ball wide. Hayes along the back line. Good defence there from Callum Mackay. Hayes again at the top of the D. Umpire says no infringement there. So Moorebank clear. Noblet. Looks long for Hayes. Didn't receive that one off his feet. So leaving free hit to Moorebank. White goes left. Kai Sutherland with the ball out wide. McClung keeping a check on him. Wins the ball eventually. Well done by him. Wins the ball from the sideline in the end. So time ticking down for Sutherland to get that equaliser. They're really having trouble penetrating the midfield. There's plenty of Moorebank defence there, but also I think not quite enough leading out of Sutherland to find free players. McClung now in space out wide. Goes into Turner. He doesn't receive well. Kyan Johnson carries forward, but Fernandes able to mop up. Kershaw, that's a terrific ball into Hayes. This is a dangerous position. He's got three in front of him. That's blue shirts. Looks for Bennett. And a little deflection from Christian Roberts in front of Bennett. Sees the ball over the back line. That was a dangerous play. Sutherland, on one of the very rare opportunities, had three players in front of Hayes running forward. Now with McClung. Sent it to the far side of the goal. Shaw was there, but a little deflection again by Roberts over the back line. Kept the ball out of harm's way. Noblet now with the ball in the 25. Into Hayes. So umpire just saying, let's put it on the spot. So now with Hernandez. Neal trying to work that ball out of pressure there. He's got along, trying to get along that back line. It's a free hit. And Nathan Stewart able to read that line, I think. Now Noblet. And Moorebank defence holds up. Hernandez now makes the intercept and carries it forward. Who will he find? He finds a Moorebank foot. Just a free hit outside the D. And down to just under 6 minutes. Hayes now trying to work the ball into the D. Tristan White there did enough to hold it out. Noblet sends it wide. Now with Neal. Beat his defender in Downey. Little lift inside the D. Good control. Super control from Neal under pressure. The ball over the back line and a restart from the 25. Great control from Neal there under super pressure. McClung. So Noblet goes wide to Kershaw. So Sutherland up, putting pressure on. Kershaw sends the ball into the circle. Somehow Bennett Was just unable to trap there, went very close and over the back line. So Sutherland exerting plenty of pressure here. Kyle Johnson, Mitch Ray there to help it over the sideline. Callum Mackay tries to get the ball through. Mallon. So it was Ethan Brooks. Kershaw now looks forward. 4.5 minutes. I think Noblet didn't read that as a pass to him. Unfortunately, it's gone over the sideline. Downey has it. Good evasion there. Gets past Nyland. Now with Johnson out wide. Noblet in front. Downey looking to try and get it through Ethan Brooks. McClung with the overhead, but an overhead just to open space, and Billy Graff. Long ball from him to Johnson. Downey. Mallon. Good defensive cover there from Hernandez. Now Kershaw. Moorebank's defence really stacked through the centre. Ball through to Shaw. Bennett's up high, but there's no one else. And another combination comes unstuck. Long overhead. Kershaw gets this one, comes forward. Got space in front. Shaw ahead. Finds Hayes, but a mistrap by on the top of the D. Super pass there from Kershaw. Hayes in a good position. The ball off the edge of his stick. Stewart on the ball. Ray wins the free. Noblet sends it left to McClung. He's got Shaw out wide. Sends the ball through the centre. Bennett with the touch. Bennett with the touch draws Sutherland level at 2-2 with 2 minutes remaining. McClung with the ball in. Bennett leading across. Makes the touch and sends the ball into Coulson's left side. So teams level at 2-2 and 1.5 minutes remaining. Hayes sends the ball in. And the player encroaching on Sutherland's space there. They get a free hit. Noblet looking for Hayes. Callum Mackay got in front there. And Mackay's made the long lead, and he won't reach that one. That was strong work by Mackay there to deny Hayes the possession. Kershaw sends it right. Hernandez, 50 seconds. There's an error from Ray in defence. That may cost Sutherland another opportunity up the other end. Mallon now with the ball. Ball infield, Sutherland all over that one. So Kershaw on the ball, 16-yard hit. Just under 30 seconds. Long overhead, looks for Bennett. Bennett receives. He's going to go long, looking for Shaw was his target, but there were too many in between. So ball off Robert's stick, and in the end a 2-all draw between these two closely matched teams. Troy Sutherland and Jeremy Mosley, the goal scorers for Moorebank. Riley Nyland and Matthew Bennett for Sutherland. So 2-all, and that's probably a fitting result from these two teams. Have had plenty of tight encounters in the past, another close one today. So we hope you've enjoyed the encounter, and certainly that nail-biting last couple of minutes when Sutherland got themselves back in the game. So on behalf of Luke Dombrow and his production team, which is pretty extensive these days with 4 separate cameras recording this game, it's a good afternoon from Craig Turner, and we hope to see you again at a future live streaming event.